Yay! Okay. Oh my gosh, that was scary. Yikes. Okay. Thank you for being here and sorry about that. Thanks for your patience. I don't know why it did that. It wouldn't let me select my camera. So yeah, that's that's that. Okay, perfect. So thanks for being here. Happy Friday. Um, I know Ankita was like, "Oh, we can see the side. We can see your side." So I'm gonna turn on my candle. Get that going. All right. I got all set up because I wanted to be here today. And then the camera didn't want to work. I was like, what's going on? I'm happy you're here. All right. So I saw some people asking about readings, but before I do readings, I wanted to show you something that I picked up. So I recently picked up this deck right here. Hopefully you can see it. This is called Tarot de Luz. Tarot de Luz. Here, I'll show you this way. And this deck, from my understanding, is going out of print. And this was a deck that I've always wanted to work with. So I was like, well, I'm not waiting. I'm just going to get it because what if it goes out of print and then I didn't have a chance to work with it? So that's what I was going to do today. It's a cute little deck. Ankita. It's a cute little deck and the size is really nice because it's just like I don't know how to describe it. Like this is regular, right? And then this is this one. So you see it's like there. It's smaller and it's not as wide, so it just feels more comfortable in the hands. So this deck, I have to say, is a little bit different. I showed you those are the card backs, right? And what I thought I would do is show the deck and then we could compare it to like the regular Rider-Waite and just see, see what it looks like. This is a cool, I feel like this is more of an art deck, but I hear that it's a great reader. Lucia has this deck and she loves it. Okay, so Michael Stevens is here. Hi, how are you? Welcome in. Your friend Elliot is buying you a deck. That's amazing. Awesome. Glad to hear that. It was going out of print and I found a copy of it on Amazon. So I picked it up before it was too late, right? Because that happens. And I was like, nope. Soon it'll be gone. Like for example, Tarot of the Hidden Realm, that deck is out of print. And now if you go on eBay and you look for it, the deck is like $200. And this is a mass market, regular deck that was like 20, 30 bucks. Now it's going for $200 on eBay. So let's jump in. So that's the Fool. It's gonna take me a minute to get used to it because I don't go live this way hardly ever. So there's the Fool card. And then this is the traditional card. So you can see, I mean, you'll be in and out. You're watching your grand cat. That's hilarious. No problem. All right. So you can see the Fool is pretty similar. You have somebody on the edge of a cliff. They have a pet. They don't look like they're paying attention. I think it's interesting. There. I think it's interesting. Yeah, this deck is really different. All right, so that's the Fool. Some of the cards are the same, like similar, but some are different. Like here's the Magician. See? Interesting. So you still have the Magician, and they have all their tools. I kind of like over here the third eye, kind of eye of protection. I also like that they added the sun and the moon there. That's pretty cool. That is cool. Then the High Priestess is pretty. Look at that. There we go. There's the High Priestess. And my finger's in the way there. It's hard to get your brain to do what you want it to do when you're looking at it reverse. So that's that one. The Empress is different because the Empress has a bird and she seems to be standing on top of the moon. Hopefully you can see that. That one is pretty cool too. And then we have the Emperor. So instead of a person, they chose to go with the ram. That's pretty cool. The Hierophant, or the spiritual teacher. There. The Emperor is Aries, yeah. Yeah, so it makes sense that it would be a ram. I have a few decks where the Emperor is a ram. I think this guy's interesting. You know, the Hierophant is Taurus, so you could see the Taurus glyph on his forehead. That one is pretty cool. Now for the Lovers. This is Gemini. That one is interesting too. That's cool. I know this art is really cool. This is, here's the Chariot. This is the card of Cancer. Those almost look like reindeer. That one makes me laugh, but you can see the Cancer glyph on the card too. So that's cool. And we have, okay, so Tarot De Luz is like a Thoth-based deck. So let me find, so that means Strength and Reverse are flip-flopped. So let me get the Strength card. Strength is interesting. Right there. There's a lot of pink in this deck. I think that's why I kind of thought it was cool. I think the artwork is cool too, to be honest. I like the flower crown. Well, both of them are wearing the flower crown, but for some reason it stands out more in pink. I like that her heart, you see the heart, the flaming heart? That's pretty cool. All right, so then we have, okay, the Hermit is a little bit different. Are you planning on giving readings? I don't know because I've never used this deck before. I guess I could try. Sometimes when I have decks that are a little bit different, I try to study them first. I keep having to like find the camera. All right, so here is Hermit. Instead of a person, you just have the hand and the lantern. I think that's cool. And Wheel of Fortune. I think it's easier to show the cards if I don't think about it as much. When I think like I have to find the camera, then I like get discombobulated. Here's Justice. I like it when they blindfold Justice. I think that's cool. And Hangman. That one is cool too. I think the Death card is so freaking cool. It's true justice, yeah, because you can't see. It's funny, I pulled the Justice card last night before bed, and it was in a keyword deck, and the keyword was equilibrium. The skeleton, yeah. The skeleton is funny. The scythe, you can see the scythe in the background too. All right, this is really pretty. The Temperance Angel. That one is pretty. And the Devil. Yeah, I think this is an interesting deck. The Tower cracks me up almost because it almost looks like the little figures are dancing with joy. I think this deck has like a, I don't know, like a wild side. The Devil is scary. Aw. The Tower looks like they're dancing. They look like they're dancing at the bottom. Like, woohoo, look what we just did. Yay, us. Oh, the star is really pretty. Look. Here's the star card. And here we have the moon. I kind of like the moon. The moon looks serious. The tower has flowers. The tower has, I guess you could think of it as flowers or vines. You know, when you look at a house and it has like vines growing on the outside and it almost feels like the vines take over the house? That's kind of like what it feels like to me. They're proud of themselves. Yeah, I agree. They look like, haha, look at us. Oh my gosh. All right. And we have the sun. I feel like any sun card without without the creepy baby is a good card. Judgment is very similar, except it's just one person. And the world too. There's the world. There. I keep tilting them the wrong way. There's the world. All right, so I have them out of order. For some reason, they're starting with Pentacles. So let me find the Pentacles right here. Okay, so we have the Ace. Yeah, the world is similar. Oh, this is interesting. Look at the two. The two has an egg. Why do you think that is? An egg. I guess the egg could wobble. It could feel wobbly, like, like the Two of Pentacles. The egg could be about to hatch and turn into something. Yeah, there's an infinity sign, but like there's an infinity sign here too. See that? The green. So this one has it as well. It's interesting. And this is where this deck gets like really different because it's not the same. All right, here we have the Three of Pentacles. See that? That's completely different than what we're used to. Very interesting. Three of Pentacles with that mound. Huh. The four is different, but I kind of like it. It feels like it's more about stability and less about being stingy. This is interesting too, but I like it. Five of Pentacles. So you have the ladder, and if you were to just climb the ladder, you could reach the flaming heart. Yeah, this deck goes its own way. It totally goes its own way. The Six of Pentacles. What is this? All right, so usually Six of Pentacles is the card of give and take. But in this case, I don't know. He looks like this card almost has like Six of Wands energy. The Seven of Pentacles. Another strange card. Look at that. The bird flying away. This is definitely a deck that you have to study, I feel like. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to read with this card, with this deck today. I'm just going to show it, but I think this is a deck you have to study. Yeah, he looks like he's dancing. The Eight of Pentacles. Interesting with the peacock. That's very interesting. And then the Nine, another one that is like, what? So you could see there's like a whale, and then the island is floating, and then there's like a cloud up on the top, and the whole thing forms a circle. Everything himself in the Six of Pence. Yeah, he took everything himself. Yeah, I think you're right on that one. Interesting. And then this card is, the deck is just weird. I always thought that, but like I always still wanted to work with it. Ten of Pentacles. This was my card of the day today. Hi, Amia. Welcome in. There's the 10. Yes. Very unique. This artist is Aitor Saraiva. And I would have to check. This is like one of those weird guidebooks where it's kind of like a book and kind of like a pamphlet, and then it comes in every language, so it really doesn't give you a lot of information. All right, so we have the page or the knave. I kind of like that. That's interesting. I feel like this deck could inspire art. I could see myself pulling a card and wanting to draw. Here's the knight. Oh, I like the queen. She looks somber. There's the queen. The king is so cute. There's the king. There. All right, and then we're gonna do cups. Okay, so it did pentacles first and then cups. Where are ya? I gotta find, okay. Swords, here it is right here. The cup, Ace of Cups is interesting. See that? It's cute. The two. Oh, the Two of Cups is what they put on the box. All right, so let's look at that. That's cute. And Three of Cups. There's a lot of flaming hearts in this deck. Oh, this is interesting because the four is two swans. And look, the swans, they're kind of tangled together. See that? They're tangled. Four of Cups. Oh, you have almost 1,000 subs? That's great. Look at the five. It's so cute with the Cupid. That one's cute. Okay, this is weird. The Six of Cups. A two-headed cat. That's awesome. And then, so the seven is choices. They did this a little bit different, but you still get the idea. Cute. And the eight. I love all the pinks and all the hearts in this deck. I know this deck is super strange and goes its own way, but there are some things in this deck that I find so interesting. Look at the nine. The Nine of Cups. It cracks me up. And then we have the 10. Interesting. We have two snakes there. All right, so we have the knave. Similar colors here. And then the knight. Oh, the knight is on a unicorn. I like that. Pretty. And this is the Queen of Cups. There's two little mer babies there. That's cute. And then the kings. I really like the kings in this deck. Cute. All right, and now we have, let me see, the swords. Interesting. Oh, this is different. The Two of Swords. So it's like she's in the forest, but it's like she's trapped there. You definitely have to read this deck intuitively because it's just different. Three of Swords. This is a combo goat and unicorn. What do they call those? Goaticorn? Goaticorn for the Three of Swords. Interesting. The card of rest, 4. Sometimes I feel like this deck is a little bit Marseille too. Like it feels like the style feels like Marseille a little bit sometimes. Oh, the 5. The 5, the energy of the 5 is there. You see all those tears? The King of Cups, I know that one is super cute. So the Six of Swords is usually about moving on. So this is different. Let me put my fingers like that. It's different. And then the 7. with the bunny rabbit. That's interesting. Oh, so the Eight of Swords is like that idea of being trapped in the limitations of your mind. So look how they did it. I kind of like that. I just think it's interesting because they have like 3 swords in one corner, 3 swords in the other corner, and then one on each of the top corners. The 9. I think for people that don't like peoply decks, this might be good. All right. The 10 is an owl. I like how they took the swords. Look at that. And they made two stars with the swords, 2 5-pointed stars. Here's the knave. I feel like the pages are fun. There's the knave. Their meaning should also be different, like their drawings. I think you're right. I think you're right. I always feel like I want to pull in the art when I'm reading. Here's the knight. And the queen. Oh, this king has shifty eyes. Notice how he's looking to the side. Interesting. All right, and we're down to the aces. I feel like this deck has some, the artwork is messed up on a lot of the cards. The artwork is like look at here. There's scratches in the art that I don't think they're supposed to be there. It just feels like bad production quality. So there's the ace. The 2. See, to me, those look like bastones, so it seems very Marseille. 2 of wands. The 3 of wands. That's pretty cool. Yeah, see? Here's the 4 of wands, and it's a circle, just like in the Thoth deck. In the Thoth deck, it makes a circle. Yeah, so I think that it's different because it's mixing a little bit of everything. There's the 5. You like Marseille, Anna? Marseille is a cool system. I'm studying the Thoth right now. Here's the 6. That's cool. Oh, wait, did I mess up? Hold on. I did. I had the 5. Hold on. So I just showed you the 6. It should be like this. There's the 6. That was the 6. And then this is the 7. It's like they're wrapped up in those vines. I don't know. They look like vines. What if they're barbed wires? The 8 is completely different. And the 9. Hey, Craggy, how are you? Welcome in. And this is the 10. It's very different. Very different. This will be a study deck for me. I don't know, maybe when I finish with the Thoth. Once I finish my thought studies, I feel like a lot of the mysteries of these cards might clear themselves up though. Here is the Knight. The Queen. Oh, I love her long flowing hair. Marseille. Tarot de Marseille. That's really pretty. All right, and then the last one is the King. Cool, right? It's different. It's different, that's for sure. That is a different deck. But it was going out of print and I wanted to have it because I always wanted to play with it. And I always thought that the characters were like quirky and interesting. I loved all the pink in that deck. So I always wanted to try it. So now I have it, although I feel like I have a bad copy. So we'll have to see. It has like a lot of like imperfections in the art and the box. It feels like history. I know. Yeah, Marseille. Everything kind of was born from that. Yeah, so I wanted to show you that one. I'm not going to be working with this one just yet. I got it though because you know it's going out of print and it'll get harder to find. And soon this $20 deck will become $200 on eBay. So there you have it. Tarot de Luz. I'm imperfect too. Yes, we are. All of us are imperfect. I should just accept. I accept you as you are. All right, Ashish. Ashish wants a reading. Ankita wants a reading. They were like, okay, enough. Put the cards away. Let's get to the good stuff. All right. How are you getting on with the pips? So far, so good in the thought. But I'm only up to, like, I've only gotten to the wands. So I just finished studying the 8, 9, and 10 of wands. But so far, so good. Like, I'm happy with the way that it's going. All right. So Ashish would like a reading. And Ankita. Okay. We could jump in. We could jump in. I got you on the list. Got you on the list. Ashish, what's your question? Let me know. All right, bye, Lori. I'm gonna turn on my fan because I'm hot. I get hot. Is bad luck and negative energy surrounding me? All right, so that's a yes, no question. So what we could do is ask, what is the energy around you? What is the energy around you? So let me find a good deck for that. Energy. You know what? We're going to use this Oracle deck, Oracle of the Radiant Sun, because I feel like this deck is really good at giving that type of information. Oh, you like the hairband? I don't wear headbands often because sometimes they give me a headache. But see, I put it on today. It kind of matches, kind of not really. All right, so this reading is for Ashish. Anyone who's hanging out in chat, thank you for being here. And if you can, remember to like and subscribe. I don't know if it's that way or this way. Okay. All right. So let's see. Ashish feels like something might be astray. Ooh. I feel like I want to get the book for this deck, which of course I left in the other room, but I might grab it. Interesting cards. And I'm going to run and grab that book. Here you go. I would love to know why you ran out of that room so quickly. Miracle flew out of the room. Okay, let me see. I'm going to grab the booklet. Back there. Okay. So you have, let me see. How does this work? Hi, Karen Suki. How are you? Welcome in. Okay. Discrimination is the first card. But it's for Mercury. No, that's not Mercury. That's Mars. That's Mars. And it's card number 6. Nope. Mars. Is it Venus? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to show you the first card right here. Do we have discrimination? This is Venus in Virgo. Venus in Virgo. The keyword discrimination is interesting. Let me put that book right here for now. I feel like it's interesting. See, because you have this card here, discrimination, right? And I feel like you might be feeling that way, like the energy around you is stopping you from moving forward to do the things that you want to do. But I can't help but notice like all of those butterflies there. So it feels like a period of transformation. And then we have this card here, the card of riches. The card of riches and the card of versatility. And I feel these are all like positive cards. I feel like there are things happening, but I feel like they're meant for your greater good. So let's pull out some cards. Karen Suki. Let's see. What do we need to know about this card of discrimination? Yeah, see, I think that you're feeling discriminated against. And it could be like people, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be business associates, or you could just feel this way like the universe is not working in your favor right now. I feel like for you, things are tough right now. You have the 10 of Wands. Right? So this is that general feeling. So it makes sense why you're asking this question. It feels heavy right now. Everything feels harder than it's supposed to be. Maybe you feel like you're kind of like on your own trying to get all this stuff done and not really seeing a lot of help. So that's what I'm getting there. Now with this card of riches, let's see. But the image, yeah, the image is really pretty. This deck has really soft colors. Ooh, 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 ooh. So the card of riches, I kind of feel like this might be, maybe this is a goal, right? That you're trying to achieve and you're having a hard time doing it, right? You're feeling like things aren't working out for you, like things are hard, but it's making it hard for you to achieve your goal. But look what else came out with that card, the devil. So this is asking you to take a really good, hard look at your goals and make sure that they line up with your greatest good. Because the devil is a card of, it could be a card of shadow, right? What's in your shadow. But it could also be a card of addiction. And addiction doesn't necessarily mean, always mean to alcohol or to drugs. It could be maybe an obsession that you have with something, with a goal, and you're pushing towards it even though it feels like it's going against, right? You ever notice when things are meant for you, it feels like they just kind of, everything just kind of falls into place, everything connects the way that it's meant to be. And then other times you feel like you take a step forward, but you end up taking 3 steps back. I feel like that might be the universe's way to get you to reset and go back and revisit the original plan. So you have the card of the devil here with that 10 of wands. And then with the card of versatility, what else? 2 cards. So I don't usually read reversals, but a reversal came out, so I'm going to read it because it makes sense. For the final card right here, right, we had versatility. And we have the 5 of cups, right? But we also have the 9 of cups in reverse. And like this card here is you in your feelings right now. So kind of like being stuck. Not happy with the way that things are going, but not really changing anything to move forward towards what you really want. And then here, the 9 of cups, usually the 9 of cups is the wish fulfillment card, but you're not feeling fulfilled. It's in reverse. You're not feeling fulfilled. You're not getting close to what it is that you're trying to get to. And it's not surprising with all these cards. You have the 10 of wands, you had the devil, right? And then you have here, this way, these cards here. So there's a lot of really heavy energy here. And if I had to guess, I would say you may need to sit with yourself and think about the things that you're trying to accomplish. And is that still the right goal for you? Do you continue to push even though it feels like you're going uphill, right? The current way that you're doing things is not working, is what I'm getting from this reading. And I kind of feel like it's not that the energy is negative or like, I think, where was your question? I think you said, was the energy negative, or where did it go? Hold on. Right here. Or bad luck, right? I don't think it's bad luck. I think that you may have to revisit your goals and your plans, and perhaps like change what you want to do next. Career. If this is career, then yes, you're headed in the wrong direction. That's why it feels so hard, because you're going against the grain. Instead of, it feels like you're swimming against the current with this reading. That's kind of how it comes through. And feels harder than it needs to. I am in the IT field. Yeah. But you know, like that's a tough field right now. And also it could be that that field is oversaturated too. All right. Bye, Anna. Thank you for hanging out. That field could be oversaturated. It might be time to see, is there something else that you could do with that education that you have, because you had to go through education and training to have the credentials to work in that field. Is there something else that you could do with that information, with that knowledge? You know, this is not something that you would sit down and answer on the spot. I think it's deeper than that. I feel like that's why the card of the devil is coming up. It might be that you're so attached to this idea of being a successful professional in the IT field that you're not seeing anything else. And the devil is asking you to take like a closer look at that, re-examine that from and take a different perspective, is kind of what I get from this reading. I can go more in the software part. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of different possibilities, but I think sometimes when we're planning and we're doing our studies and preparing for the future, like we get so hooked on like how we visualize our career progressing that it makes it difficult to see other opportunities. And I feel like there's more that you could be doing. There's more that you could be doing. That's my reading for you. That was a heavy reading, Ashish. Yikes. You're welcome, my friend. Leonarda, how are you? I was trying something different today. And I even got a reversal. Today, and I was like, well, if the reversal came out, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read it that way. Beautiful. Who's next? Ooh. It's my Ankita. My first Ankita was the first love. Ankita was first love, first meow meow. My question is, what is your skin? My skincare routine. One day we'll do a live on my skincare routine. Oh my gosh, you cracked me up, girl. You're digging it? Okay, I tried to do something different. I'm going live on YouTube, but using the laptop versus the phone. So it does horizontal versus like vertical. But when I first logged in, it wouldn't let me choose my camera, so it went with the wrong camera. And this is my first time trying, so I don't know. Like it wouldn't let me. You know how if you have to do something, you can disable your camera for a minute, right? It wouldn't let me disable the camera. It wouldn't let me change the camera. So it was a little bit stressful, but we finally got it. All right, so I'll put that there and over here. The next one was Ankita, which was Spirit's message for my love life with Shakresh. Has someone cast an evil eye on me, and how do I get rid of it? I will also like an oracle card as a spirit message. Wow, okay. All right. Spirit's message for my love life. I'm gonna put this deck away. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna use Frida Kahlo. This is a majors only deck. So I'm gonna pull a card from here, and we're gonna ask Spirit, what is the energy around the relationship between Ankita and Shakrash? Oh, interesting. All right. So for that, for the energy between the two of you, we have, oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, hi, Fatima. How are you? You look better on the laptop. Maybe I'll do this from now on because it's easier for me. Well, once I had to figure out the camera thing, but it's easier to do it this way and I can see everything clearly. Um, all right. So, Ankita, my darling, you have temperance. So, this is, I asked, what is the overall energy for the relationship? And we have temperance. And you know, temperance is like a give and take, finding the right balance, right? Trial and error. And it actually says here, in all things, there is a balance. Take the middle road. It will not lead you astray. Okay. So this is not the time in your relationship to stand, take aside and stand your ground. No, like here, what it's saying is just um, take the middle road. Let's not cause major waves or ripples. Let's not piss people off. Let's, let's just try to get through. Try to get through it. Okay. Finally, the relationship is recovering. Okay. So that was the first question. Then the next one is, has someone cast an evil eye around me and how do I get rid of it? Evil eye. Evil eye. I'm going to use a different deck. Hold on. Evil eye. We're going to go right here. I'm going to use Clueless. For evil eye, keep an amulet. Keep an amulet. That's what I do. I keep one right here. I'll show you. See that? I keep one. I keep everywhere. I keep them there. I keep them in my jewelry. I have them currently on my fingernails. Like, you just need to cast protection. Always be asking for protection at night before bed. Ask your spirit team to help you transmute any negative energy that has been sent your way. Okay. Okay. So the question was, has someone put something on you? Well, no doubt things are feeling very heavy for you. You have the 10 of Wands. There's a lot going on, and we only see her back. So to me, this is telling me that you don't see the whole picture right now. It's impossible for you to see. You can't see everything going on all the time. That's why it's so important to just be proactive and protect yourself. Two. All right. We have the Hangman, okay? So remember that earlier when we asked for the energy around your relationship, we got Temperance. So We started out with that 10 of Wands. We're ending with the 5 of Pentacles. So for me, I kind of feel like, yes, you may feel like your relationship is recovering, but it's not over till it's over. So this is just saying, um, proceed with caution, take your time, do the right thing, don't rush anything, don't pressure anyone. Take the time that you need to figure things out now so that you avoid this later, this heavy feeling, right? You want to be in it with him. You don't want to feel like the situation causes problems between the two of you. You want to be able to work together to figure it out. So the biggest thing that I'm getting from this reading is take your time and don't rush through it. Okay, this time right now might feel uncomfortable for you, but it's important. See, even though it doesn't feel like it, there's movement. There's movement. So things are happening, maybe not fast, but things are progressing. And just, just take your time and everything. I feel like everything is going to work out. That's my reading for you, my friend. Let me know if you have, oh, I missed a lot in the chat. Hold on. Christine got one. I saw Chloe got one too. That's cool. Relationship is recovering. It's just fun for me to help people celebrate. I appreciate that. Chloe got one too. I know. That's cool. I love the ace. Congrats to all. Temperance card is also signed as a blessing from spirit. Temperance can, because if you remember, temperance is usually an angel, right? And maybe the angel is the one that's coming in to help you. Plus, like, I can't help but feel like all the birds, it just feels like a positive situation. Think about like her life story. She had it rough, right? And if she could do it, I feel like any of us can do it, honestly. We are in no contact phase. Should I start communicating now or take more time? Okay, but last time we talked about it and you were gonna try to start. So did you change your mind? What happened? Last time you said that you were going to try to start communication, because if you let too much time go by, it would become more difficult and awkward. So what happened there? Did you, and it's okay, like if you got nervous or if you decided that you couldn't go through with it, I just need to know. Let me know. All right, we're waiting to hear from Ankita. Okay, yes, I tried to communicate. I got nervous and I felt to take more time in my healing. So that's interesting, Ankita. You wanted to, but you got nervous. So then you took the safe road and you said, no, I'll take more time for healing. And again, I feel like that was the safe thing to do. Now it feels ready, but is it the right time to communicate? Okay. All right. So I kind of feel like I think communication is important. Otherwise, it feels like you're fighting this battle on your own, which is why you get that heavy energy in your reading. So Is it the right time to communicate? We're going to pull from this deck right here. Then will things be all right? Okay, but Ankita, remember the reading, right? The reading said trial and error. The reading said slow down, take your time. Remember, you got the hangman. So if you start communicating, you don't want to do too much like you want to like open the door, but you don't want to, you know, be over the top either. Okay, this card speaks to what you just said. Healing chaos. Do you see that? To me, this is like the emotional tornado card. There's healing that's coming from all this, but it feels very chaotic. Okay, so let me read to you from this book, Healing. Oh my God, I literally opened it exactly to the right page. Yeah. So I'm going to show you the card right here. Spiraling tornado. Energy in our universe spirals. Water spirals in the wake of the fish that swims through the stream. Air spirals in the wake of a bird in flight. The moon spirals around the earth, which spirals around the sun, which spirals around the galaxy. Even our DNA is spiral. It is the healing principle of life. It is not an accident that the ancient symbol for healing is the caduceus, the two spiraling serpents. I did not know that. The two spiraling serpents, because the spiral is for healing. Oh, it is the sacred spiral. Most people assume that there's nothing good that comes from tornadoes, but every part of nature has value. For example, although some birds lose their habitat from a tornado, birds such as the prairie warbler, whippoorwill, woodpecker, grouse, and the woodcock, as well as forest salamanders, all benefit from the new landscape created by the tornado. Downed trees provide habitat for black bears and white-tailed deer and create dens for many kinds of animals. Tornadoes churn up the soil in ways that rejuvenate the earth. Oh, you are? Oh, Mary, I love that. A Triskelion. Yes, I like that. Oh my God, Maria, hi, how are you? Welcome in. I love that for you, Ankita. Healing chaos. To me, I feel like this is you I feel like you might want to pause. Healing chaos with the hangman, with the temperance card, with that 5 of pentacles and the 10 of wands, you might want to pause. Yes, clear for taking time to heal myself first. Yes. Yes. I kind of like that a lot, actually. That was such a great card for you. I love that. Thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we had Ashish and then we had Ankita, and both of those are done. So if there was anybody else, the nice thing about this format is that because it's not on the vertical, then there's less like trolling, I guess. But there's less traffic. But it makes it easier, like the energy is easier to manage, and it makes it easier for me to read for everybody without being overwhelmed. And that's like pretty much what I'm trying to do, is find a way to continue doing this in a way that feels good for me too. So, all right. Let's see next Friday when I will be healed, and I will ask you to communicate and do that too. Should I log in as Incarnatroll? Hi, Richard. That's awesome. Okay, So, Ankita, I want you to continue then working on your healing. But I feel like I need to give you something to do. So, because we don't just say, oh, I'm going to take a week and I'm going to heal this week. I feel like, we have to work on something. So let me see. Here's your question. What's keeping me awake at night? I want you to think about that. I want you to journal about it. I want you to talk to your spirit guides, and the things that come up for you, like whatever comes up that's keeping you up at night, give it to your spirit team. Ask them to take that on so you don't have to feel pressured. Okay? That's your homework. That's your homework, Ankita. And there's going to be a grade next week. Okay? You better get it done. Thoughts of him keep me awake at night. Aw, Ankita. All right, Mary wins. Is there a message from me for guidance and ancestors? Yes, let's do that. I got you on the list. Ankita, I thought you're focusing on you and your healing, so you cannot be thinking about that. Okay. A message from, let me see. A message from my guides and ancestors. Oh, by the way, may I have one? Yes, you may. Yes, you may. I'm feeling like Mary wins. Like we're going to use this right here. Spirit animal wisdom. Spirit animal wisdom. All right. So, is there a message from Spirit for Mary? Ooh. You have cat. That in and of itself might mean something to you. Okay? Cat, speak your truth. You see that? Speak your truth. Good night, Ankita. You're welcome, my dear. Speak your truth. Have strength, faith, and conviction in your voice. It has never been more needed. It has never been more needed. That tells me like the time is now. If ever there was a time for you to stand up for yourself and use your voice, it's now. Please tell me if this is making sense for you. Cat. All right, I'll show you the card right here, okay? The cat shines a light on all the ways that you communicate to friends, to family, or work colleagues. She will bring clarity and help you find your voice if you feel like you've lost it. The cat helps you communicate with higher beings and spirits. You know, they say cats are mystical creatures, and that is for a reason. Opening and working on your throat chakra, the cat brings in powerful raw sun energy from the great central sun, Helios, to activate and charge your cells and your higher chakras. The cat brings a balanced perspective, courage, independence, and strength. She is all the things mystical and magical, an ancient protector of many earthly civilizations, especially during ancient Egypt times when she was worshipped through Bastet, the goddess of protection. You were being asked to bring this spirit animal's energy into your life, refreshed and energized. your body with the sun's energy. I have been attracted to cats lately. I am the sun in Mayan. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so I don't know if you like to work with crystals, but this is what I'm going to tell you. The crystal companions for this card are sodalite, chrysocolla, and blue kyanite. Okay, so you know sodalite. I have a whole tray of sodalite here. Let me see if I can find a way to show you without like spilling them. That's sodalite, right? So if you have sodalite, I don't have blue kyanite here right now, but that's my favorite crystal, and that's excellent for throat chakra. And then the other one was, what did I say? Chrysocolla. Chrysocolla looks like this is raw. This is raw chrysocolla. You see that? This one is gorgeous. These are all raw pieces of, and some are bluer than others. Look at that one, green. This one has some really pretty colors. So if, see, that's really nice. Keep one of these in your pocket this week and see if that helps you. Mary, the sodalite is. Sorry, I was in the yard smoking. Neighbors opened the garage door and I ran. Oh my goodness. Maria. Sodalite is the one that I don't have. And that's okay. You don't have to have all of them. Just choose one, like whichever one you feel like is best for you, and carry that one, because you're getting the message to speak your truth. And I can't help but wonder, like, why? Why is that coming up? I'm going to pull a card because I want to know. Actually, I'm going to use this deck over here. Do you mind if I do that? Use your voice. They have found millions of mummified cats in Egypt. Ooh. Is there a crystal to help with wealth? Yeah. I have an abundance bowl over there, and I like to keep jade in it. I also keep pyrite in there. I keep I need to go back and look. Tiger's eye. I like to keep tiger's eye in there. And what you call carnelian. I like carnelian in there. I need to buy clothes. Maria, I feel like you say that every time you come here. You were online shopping the last time, Maria. Last time you were online shopping. Citrine for confidence and for the energy of the sun, right? Action. Okay, like here's your card right there. Right there. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. So I wanted to know why. Why is it that this is the time where you have to speak your truth? Where the cat is coming forward to say that you need to have strength and faith and conviction. Conviction is such a powerful word. So, Two of Pentacles. Ooh. Two of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. I wonder if it has something to do with finances. Because we have the Two of Pentacles. This is the card of like, maybe like juggling responsibilities, to-dos. Maybe you have too much. It could be like things falling through the cracks. But you know, generally it's the card of trying to find a balance. You can see the yin and the yang in here. It's like trying to find the middle ground so that you're not too much one way and too much the other way, right? So you have the Two of Pentacles, but then you also have the Six. The Six of Pentacles is the card of give and take. And so with that Speak Your Truth card, I'm wondering if you keep giving, but people are not. Oh, hi, Courtney. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. That's so nice of you. If you find that you're always giving and you're not getting the same in return, that could be draining for you, but it could also shut you down here because you're not like using your voice to say what you need or to draw firm boundaries or to put a stop or an end to things. We have the Ace of Swords coming up for you. Ace of Swords. So this might be the time. This might be the time for you to make those changes, you know, especially with this card here, Cat, right? That was the energy of the sun. Energy of the sun. This is the time to take action and to make a change and to stand up for yourself. Because some people have no problem whatsoever taking. So sometimes you have to be the one to be like, wait, hold on. No, we're not doing this anymore. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm speaking right now. Good. I'm glad. All right. So hopefully that was helpful for you, friend. Beautiful. I love this deck. Gosh, I love all my decks. It's so hard because you use them for a month, then it's really hard to put them away. But then there's so many other decks that you can't wait to go and use. Ace of Swords is the card I chose. Oh, you chose that one yesterday? Wow. I can't believe Truth Wave is celebrating 2 years. That's crazy to me. I found Truth Wave a little over a year ago, and that was awesome. It was not correct, but it called to me. Sometimes you got to go with what makes, you know, what feels right to you. I feel like there's medicine in that too. Loud and clear. Oh, thank you, Mary. All right, I'm glad. Thank you for letting me read for you. All right, so I'll put that there. That was the energy of the cat coming in. Last time dog came out, and this time cat came in. I have a citrine that my cousin bought me from Mexico. Ooh, I love citrine. I had a dish of citrines and I moved it somewhere, and now I don't know what I did with it. So I keep this little dish right here, but these are like shards of, let me see if I can show you. Shards of quartz. I keep those here. And then I just showed you I had the soda light. The other one that I always keep here, because is this, my howlite. I love howlite. So I always keep this next to me. That one's a good one. That one is a good one. Right after Josh's channel hit 500. Yes. When did I feel like I got to Truth Wave maybe February or March of 2025. You like that one? The howlite, the white one? This one, Maria? This is howlite, and it has like a point that's finished, but then it has the raw part. And I don't know, for some reason, I feel like I like the raw part of this. I can feel the energy from the raw part better. Soda light, yeah. I had a beautiful soda light flame. I ended up selling it because I was just running out of room. I had so many crystals that it was hard to find places to put everything in. That was stressful. I don't like having to get rid of stuff after I brought it in, you know? Okay, you went back here. All right. So that was for Mary Wins. Is it a jade? How light is nice? Is it a jade? Jade is green. How light is the white one? If she doesn't have, she can find it for you. I know. I asked her for a selenite tray because I got this one from her. This is really pretty. See that? I got this one from her and I love it. And I asked her for another one. And I like selenite, but I just literally I set my deck on top of it. This is the deck that I'm using right now, this one, and I just keep my deck right on top. So that way it's always clean and energized. A white jade, ooh, that would be pretty. There's different colorations of jade. That's for sure. All right. So yeah, it's very strange going live in this format because we don't have as many people coming in. But it feels more peaceful, that I'll say. All right. So was anybody else waiting for a reading today? Let me know. If not, we can talk decks. We can talk art. Nice to have the slab deck size. I know. I love that one. I asked her for another one. And she has one. I need to check my email and see if she responded to me. Did she respond it? She responded it to me yet? No, she has not. Karen Suki will take a reading. Ooh, Karen, what is your question? I know you like oracle cards, so we can do an oracle card reading. Just a general for the week. All right, so let's use a Denise Lynn deck because she's awesome. This is Sacred Destiny, and I really like her deck. Okay, we could do an oracle card reading. Let's see. But I don't know. Sometimes I like to, oh my God, I just shuffled reversals. Let's see. Maybe I'll pull a tarot card in here. I don't know. We'll see. The energy for the week. Hold on. I gotta pause. Energy. We're gonna pull from the Frida deck. Hold on. Energy for the week. So this is a major arcana deck. So what is what's the energy around Karen Suki for this week? Right there. Ooh, the Hermit. You have the Hermit. That's the energy for the week for you. And I know that you know what the Hermit means, but I'm going to tell you what the card says. Look inside yourself for the answers that you seek. Take time for introspection in the days ahead. Okay, so we're going to make that be the focal point of the reading. So what else can we share with Karen about this energy of the Hermit? She's being asked to hermit this week, to seek for answers within herself. I found the answer. The notification of your live stream keeps me awake at night. Ankita, for God's sake. Ooh, this is interesting. Wait, Karen. Hi, Nat. How are you? How are you doing? How's Kyle? Let us know. All right, openness. Openness. Look, so you had the Hermit and the card of openness. And remember it said, look inside yourself for the answers that you seek. So this is feeling like in order to sit with yourself, in order to do this type of self-reflection, you have to first be open to it. Because sometimes we sit with ourselves, but we're not exactly open and we block things. And maybe not consciously, it could be, unconsciously, but, maybe when you're sitting in these moments of self-reflection, tell yourself, maybe use that as an affirmation. I open myself to the guidance from spirit, right? You could start like that. I'm open to messages from my spirit guides, from my team, from my angels, from, whatever energy you like to work with, right? All right, here's the reading for you. There's the card. Openness. Secrets of the moon. The cycles of the moon affect every aspect of our life. The cyclical magnetic pole regulates the tides as it acts on our planet's waters. The moon even affects the monthly cycles of women. It's not an accident that a woman's cycle and the cycle of the moon are approximately the same amount of time. In native cultures, when women lived in nature, it was not uncommon for them to menstruate during the new moon and ovulate around the full moon. It was believed it was believed that menstruation was the time that a woman had to be still, to put her everyday labors aside and renew. For all people, the dark of the moon was a time to incubate ideas, watch nocturnal dreams for signs, and be still. That's a lot of messages of being still with the hermit. Just saying, Karen Suki. In modern life, we as a culture do not honor the natural cycles often enough. And as a result, our lives are usually bereft of this important time of rejuvenation. Ooh, rejuvenation. I mean, that says it all. Rejuvenation. The moon cycles. Sitting in stillness. Sitting in stillness, okay? Look, look. The new moon is coming up right here on the 14th. You see that? Let me put my finger right there. There it is. That's the new moon. New moon in Cancer, I think that is, on the 14th. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Nat. You have to be more open and settle. I feel like you may constantly be on the go, thinking about things, worrying about things. You have a strong mind, Karen. You remember everything, and that takes a lot of energy. Like, I've never met anyone with a brain like yours. It's remarkable, actually. It is. So I feel like you have such a strong I don't know, like mental activity, that this could be the universe just telling you to take a little bit of time to yourself. Okay. I've not been connecting as much as I should. I connect to the moon very much. I see the constellation of Lyra there too, which goes way back with strong connection. Ooh, okay, not Lyra, it's Pleiades. Yeah, there's a lot of constellations in this card. It's really pretty. I think this is a very strong oracle card reading for you, just as you like it. Just as you like it. Hopefully that makes sense for you. Oh my God. Ankita, what time is it over there, ladies? All right, so that was a message for you using this is a majors only deck, okay? I pulled this deck into the rotation because I feel like there has to be many, many ways to use it. And so far, I've been very happy with the practice of, pulling a card for that. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So, oh, I forgot to put Karen down. I read for Karen. And I also read for Mary Queen. Yes, I'm still taking requests. Yes, I am. Not. I'll put you on the list. There's less people today because I opted for like what do you call horizontal format versus the vertical. So the vertical is a lot busier, but this feels more manageable. Okay. So I will read for Nat. Nat, what is your question, my dear? You're prettier horizontal. Ankita says all kinds of things. Ankita makes me laugh. All right. Let me know what your question is, and I'm more than happy to pull. I feel like so far I've only done, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 readings, and I used already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decks so far. Yes, yes. And I was testing because I'm doing the live from YouTube, but on the laptop. And it gave me a little bit of a challenge at the beginning choosing my camera. But now that it's working, it's fine. So I do like it because from here, I could see my full screen. I could see all the comments. I could do everything. Whereas when I do it from the phone, I have to manage the phone and the screen, and it's just a lot. I just got an ad. I have ads on. Sorry. So I told everybody when I first got monetized that I was going to experiment with ads in the live. So hopefully it's not too much. I have it set to like medium or whatever, just to kind of see what it was like. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work running the YouTube channel, so every little bit helps. Every penny helps. All right, Nat, what was your question? I'll choose a deck and read for you. The first 2 readings were pretty like, poor Ashish. That was the strongest reading so far of the night. And Maria left. She either left shopping or she went to smoke a general. What do I need to know is fine. Okay. In that case, we're gonna let's go with these decks, because why not? Let's go with these decks, general. I'm gonna pull from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and I'm gonna pull from the RWS, because every once in a while I like to read with the RWS, and I don't do it very often. Exaltation, that's a strong card. Okay, so this is Moon in Taurus. Where'd the book go? Moon in Taurus. Here's Moon. So the Moon is the suit of security. I'll show you the card. The keyword, exaltation. So Moon being security and Taurus being material values. A waxing moon sends out floral rays above, while below 2 garland cornucopias hold fruit of the earth. That's really pretty. I wonder, like, because there's so much information in this book. Events. So this is the card of possession of something beautiful, an excessive attachment to material comforts, inheriting a piece of family property, artistic expression that provides profit, financial worries that may or may not be justified, or a good business opportunity. So basically, this can mean anything. Like all the things, all the themes. You're here, Maria. You watching on the TV? All the themes that are tied with Taurus. Um, so like abundance or lack of abundance. So that's the card that's come out. So let's pull out some cards and see what else comes out with that. Exaltation. Exaltation. Oop. Oh, I almost flipped it. All right. So now I accidentally put reversals into my deck. So I'm honoring them as they come out. So we have the Two of Cups in reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse and the Moon card. Interesting that the Moon chart comes up with the Moon and Taurus card. The Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Something is off. Two of Cups. Two of Cups, emotions, relationship, a new experience that is growing, except here it might not be growing, it might be held up, something is stuck in place. And then with the Moon card, so now I'm kind of feeling like that exaltation card is maybe speaking to the things that have not come to fruition versus that which has. Two of Cups. That's funny because this has the caduceus. Remember we were talking about the caduceus earlier? The two spiraling snakes is meant, the spiral is a symbol for healing. But in your case, it was like this, right? So it could be that that is stalled, that union is stalled. Two. We're in the Moon. The Moon is the suit of security. So you had exaltation, and it said possession of something beautiful, an excessive attachment to material comforts, inheriting a piece of property, artistic expression, financial worries that may or may not be justified. All right, so I'm going to tell you what it says in the book right here, okay, Nat? It says this combination here, the Moon and Taurus, it demonstrates that to feel good emotionally, one has to feel secure. And security for this personality means material well-being. So I'm wondering if perhaps you may be feeling this could be tied to Kyle, I feel like, because I know that having him, keeping him, caring for him, and getting him the help that he needs takes a toll on you financially. And so when you're feeling like stretched, your resources are stretched, it causes you to not feel like secure, not feel secure. But the Moon card also came up. So I feel like this might be a bit of a like a shadow reaction to the situation with Kyle. And perhaps a way to say, like, even though it might kind of feel like this right now, that's not actually what's going on. Interesting. And it says, these individuals have a knack of making the things that they need grow and grow and grow as long as they're comfortable with their feelings. And I think feelings are a really big part of this Taurus energy. I know like Taurus, they like to feel comfortable. They like to be surrounded by all the things that bring them comfort and joy. And this could be food, this could be material, this could be like a space where you're living. So I kind of get from this that maybe emotionally things have been, up in the air for you because perhaps the finances might be a bit stretched with Kyle. Let me know. Let me know what you think about that. The Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Is this about finances? Is this about finances? I'm gonna go right here. And it's interesting how they're tying finances and emotions, which makes all the sense in the world. Your card like came straight out right there. Purity. This is, I feel like, the card that made me fall in love with this deck. Oh, Karen, you like it when there's reversals? The calendar that you held up, I think we used the same one, the Astro Moon. Yes, yes, I used the Astro Moon. I love that one. I love that one. Last year I used Wee Moon, and this year I'm using Astro Moon. I like to try them all. You have the card of Purity. So let's read more about that card, Purity. Purity. First snow. They say that the first snow in a lot of cultures, when it snows for the first time, it's meant to be like a sign of good luck. Before the first snow, the earth is dark and cold. Fallen trees from autumn storms lay haphazardly atop the decaying leaves that cover the forest floor. However, when the first snow arrives, the darkness and decomposing soil are replaced by a purity that is light and bright. In the sunshine, the individual snowflakes atop the snowdrifts sparkle with crystalline light. Harsh sounds are muffled. Sharp corners and rugged edges are muted. That is so true. Everything feels fresh and new. Debris seemingly disappears beneath the pristine white landscape. Softly falling snow illuminates the environment in a diffusion of swirling forms. At night, in the light of the full moon, I'm going to hold these together. At night, in the light of the full moon, the first snow is glistening and serenely silent, turning everything into an enchanted fairy tale realm. In some mystical traditions, descending snow symbolizes the transmission of knowledge from a higher plane to the lower planes, thus bringing purity to the earth. What a beautiful message. And it just goes to show a lot of times, I feel like the moon card gets a bad rap. Like, oh, our shadows, the things we're afraid of, the things we don't want to face, our fears. But it doesn't have to be like that. I feel like the moon casts a light that is so unlike the sun. Like, you ever wake up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom and you turn on the light and the light is so harsh that it's almost like jarring. You need like a softer light. I feel like the moon provides that. It provides a softer light because it doesn't want to shock you in place. I don't know. Where did Nat go? The card is gorgeous. You tried the Wee Moon too? The info. I feel like with the Wee Moon, I used to like the poetry and the artwork. So I do miss that. But this book, you know, it has everything that you need, so you can't go wrong. Yeah, these cards are really beautiful. But I do feel like with Nat, with her situation, like there could be a little bit of discomfort that doesn't let her feel good or feel happy or comfortable in her situation when she thinks about um, the financial weight of everything going on with Kyle, is what I was thinking, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I have to wait for her to respond. All right. So we'll give it a minute and see. I would get both if I could, the wee moon and the astro moon. The wee moon is more magical. It is. It is. But I think like the biggest thing is that I really like the size. Like it folds up. It's the same size as my journal, so I could stack up all of my books. Like with no problem. And I usually use this calendar a lot, obviously, because it has the moon information that I need in the Eastern, right? So they offer it in Eastern. But I track everything that I'm doing for my channel in here. So I track like the videos and any tasks and to-dos. And then in the back, where the monthly pages are, I track like all every card pull that I do for myself. See? So every time I do a reading for myself, I pull them and then I write them here. And that's how I track like everything that's going on for me. See? So I love that part. And the wee moon had it too. I just didn't think to do it back then. Um, and this has art and it's okay, but I like the art in the wee moon because the art in the wee moon was like uh, all artists, like female artists. So I felt like we were doing something good for womankind. Yeah, I like to do that. I put my cards back there. I usually pull cards for the moon, and then every day I pull a card. So today, this was my card of the day. Here, the 10 of Pentacles. And then sometimes before bed, I like to pull a card, and I just pull it from my angel deck right before bed. All right, maybe Nat had to go, so we won't be able to hear um, her feedback. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna pack up this reading. Maybe she'll come back later and let me know if that made sense. Hi, Debs. How are you? Welcome in. You're not at a concert tonight? You go to a lot of concerts. I love that. Yeah, because what I like is sometimes I feel like, oh, this card, I see this card all the time. And I might look in the book and be like, oh, shoot, I pulled this card a lot of times this month. So, you know, if you keep pulling the same card, there's medicine there, right? Like there's a message that's trying to come through for you. So also, like you could see if you're pulling mostly minor cards versus a lot of major arcana cards, you know could be going through a period where there's big changes in your life. So sometimes I look and I'm like, wow, I pulled that card 3 times. That's a lot. So yeah. Today was the chiropractor day. How did it go? You got adjusted? I hope you got adjusted from head to toe. I hope you got adjusted from head to toe. Loose as a goose. I love that. I felt like the sun shifted. I feel like the sun shifted. It was like super bright, but I don't see the sun anymore. The sun is going to start to say bye-bye. So yes, everyone, don't forget the new moon is coming next week on Tuesday, I believe that is. All right, so I just finished reading for Nat, but she, I think she might have gotten disconnected. So she'll come back and hopefully catch the replay. And the readings are open because I'm doing, I'm live streaming from YouTube, but I'm doing horizontal versus the vertical. So there's less people, but that means that there's less wait. More people could get their readings. And yeah, hopefully that will work for everyone. All right, so that was that. I have reversals in that deck. And Oracle of the Radiant Sun, I'll give that a shuffle. And it was not too hard to come out here. I put all my decks in my little box and I just carried them right over here. All right. Whoop. Many are saying that with the rotation of the Gaia has reversed recently. Oh, what do you mean? Tell me more. Tell me more about that. Because, you know, we ask questions of the tarot all the time for ourselves, like, what's my day like gonna be? You know, what's my day today gonna be like? Or how's this meeting gonna go? Am I gonna get that job interview? Is this date gonna go well for me? You know, does it make sense to plan this trip? Like, we ask all those questions, but you could also use tarot to ask other bigger questions, you know, about our you know, our planet and about anything. You could use tarot to ask any questions. Yeah, I want to know more. Because then maybe we could build a spread around it and see what comes up. That would be interesting. Next concert is going to be Christopher Cross, Toto, and the Romantics. I feel like I have heard of Toto before, that the poles have been shifted. Well, that's interesting. That feels like Lucid Minds. I'm going to pull Lucid Minds. Many are saying that the rotation, the poles have shifted. Rosanna. Ooh. So I pulled the card, right? Like the poles have shifted. And we got the Tower card. So I feel like the shifting causes, everything is a domino effect. Everything shifts and changes, and it creates change that maybe we don't feel right now, but years from now, there will be a change as a result of that. I was reading the other day that Florida used to be completely underwater, which is why so much of Florida is sandy and why Florida has the most sinkholes of any state in the US. So I think that there's great truth in that. This deck is awesome. I think all the decks are awesome. I'm happy with this one. Something definitely shifted, but still a roller coaster ride. Yeah. Yeah. Baby, he's my man. Sometimes I wish we could play some of the songs, but you know, then there would be copyright issues. I have not been to very many concerts in my time. I don't even remember who I saw in the first concert. Like maybe Aerosmith or one of those type of bands. I don't know. My first concert ever, and I was probably like 19 or 20 at the time. That was my first concert ever. And then after that, I went to a few concerts for some Latin singers, but it was mostly, I feel like every concert I've ever been to has been because someone else needed somebody to go with them. So I would go. So what that means is a lot of times it wasn't really music that was my like taste or my style. I was just going to be, to be a good friend. But the last concert that I went to, that I was like, wow, this is amazing, I remember I went to see Tina Turner, and Cyndi Lauper opened for her. And that was a lot of fun. I'm a concert now. I'm about 165. Wow. That's crazy. Elvis. No way. That's insane to me. Wow. Sticks, the Tubes. I would have loved to see, I don't know, and there's a lot of bands that I would like to see. My daughter is going to a concert, I think that's soon. She's going to see Bruno Mars, I think. I got to see Tina Turner live, yes, and Cyndi Lauper opened for her, and that was so amazing because I, being a millennial, no, is that what it is? No, a Gen Xer. Me being a Gen Xer, like to see Tina Turner and Cyndi Lauper was just like, wow, it was just amazing. Such a good time. Elvis, Pat Benatar. Yeah, I like her. There are so many great artists in those times. I mean, there's great artists today, but I don't know. Music was different back then. It was different back then. I feel like I read for everybody in the chat except for Debs. Records were Rush 5 times, Rod Stewart 5 times, and Collective Soul 6 times. Wow. Kansas like 3 times. That's a lot. That is crazy, crazy. And me. Oh, Richard, you're still here? I didn't know you were here. I thought that you came in and left. Thanks for still being here. She still rocks. Yeah. It's a lot. I feel like, I mean, I don't know because I'm not an expert, but I would imagine that concerts, like actually going to a concert, has changed over the years. You can pull a card for me if you have time. Yeah. Yeah. I can do that. Debs. Debs, you have a question? It used to cost under $10. That's a big change. The money, the safety issue, but I feel too like artists today are under this extraordinary pressure, not just to perform, to put on a show, a spectacle. Should I go look at that's a great question. Should I go look at a house tomorrow? Like to buy them? Like to buy? Ooh, that's a great question. I'm gonna use this deck. Actually, I want to use these. I'm loving this duo. A house to buy. Okay, done. Should she look at a house to buy? I'm using a deck that I put reversals into, so don't be shocked. Reading reversals does not come natural to me, so I have to try a little bit harder. Oh, So we have the Six of Cups. I can't help but feel like, all right, let me ask you this. If you go see this house and you, like, let's say that you decide that you're going to purchase it, like, is it just for you or are you going to be sharing it with your soulmate? Let me ask you that. Because if that is the case, the Six of Cups is coming out, and this could be like there's a lot of nostalgia tied to the first house, which would make it difficult for your soulmate. So I'm curious if that's his energy coming through or yours. Concerts have gotten very expensive. I don't do many repeats anymore. Yeah. Aerosmith. I only pay BB King and ZZ Top. So many big bands. I don't see anybody like these are all from, from our time. From our time. It's for me, but it has room for another building if he wants to add a cabin. We're both kind of looking. We have the Chariot in reverse. So I feel like this might be something like that you're thinking about or you're both thinking about together, but for some reason, nobody's pulling the trigger. You're kind of stuck. You're kind of stuck. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Could it be that finances? I get finances with this, and because my guess is that your soulmate would not sell his property, is the feeling that I get. He would not sell his property. Therefore, you kind of have to start over with a new property. It's much easier if you sell one property and then take the proceeds and put it into the new home purchase. But if that doesn't happen, it might feel like resources are strapped. He wants a lake property and it's out of the price range, and I'm looking for a small house. Yeah. So it's hard because there's no agreement. All right. Oracle. Pulling an oracle card here. There's a lot of drama associated with this, I guess. Things get exciting every time you talk about it, maybe. Do emotions flare up? He's contemplating it, but I can get this one on my own. Okay. We have an interesting card that came up here. The yard is getting too much for him. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's too much for me. It's too much for me. This is Mercury in, what is that? Aquarius? Mercury in Aquarius. Venus, Mars, Jupiter. Mercury is in the beginning. What the hell? Maybe I will stay home. Wait, Debs, don't give up yet. Hold on a second. All right, that's the sun. Hold on, I gotta find it. The moon. And then here's Mercury right here. Jeez Louise. Okay. And it was in the 11th house. In the 11th house. originality. So we have the card, we have originality. So this is Mercury in Aquarius. And you know, like Aquarius is the sign that wants to do everything different. It's like they march to the beat of their own drum, man. All right. The star and the bird in flight indicate hope and higher inspiration. The machine shows the complex reality that can evolve from the first transient flight of imagination. So, this whole home purchase or even just going out and just kind of checking it out, it's a new approach. Look, an idea that necessitates drastic change. Remember that drama came out earlier. Drastic change, an unusual result, a shock announcement, or an invention. I don't think it's an invention or an innovation. I think that this whole, like, you may have to approach all of this in a completely different way in order to keep in order to get everybody to agree on the same thing. He's an Aquarius. There you go. Aquarius. That's Aquarius. Mercury in Aquarius. And Mercury is a sign of communication. Or sorry, not the sign, but the planet of communication. So I feel like communication is gonna need to be like special. You're gonna have to be really creative with how you like share this out in order to eliminate some of this drama here. Because right now it's feeling like, I mean, you could go, you could look, but I feel like right now I don't get the sense that any big decisions are going to be made. I don't know if this is the right house or the right property. Cool my whims. I get it. Sorry, friend. I read it like I see it. I don't think this is the right house. Not if you want to get him on board. I don't know. Not the right one. I bet Tusk was amazing. That must be another band. I don't know many people there. Awesome reading. That was for Debs. All right. I was going to sneak to go look while he's working. There'll be more houses. Yeah. Yeah. It is. I feel like it's better to go into it having an idea more or less what you're going to be up against than to be shocked and surprised at the time, right? Than to be like, I wasn't expecting this. You're welcome. Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you. I appreciate that. The Hollywood Bowl, me and my hubby also saw several laser light shows at the planetarium at Griffith. I always thought planetariums were so cool. All right. So I'm gonna put this deck away. And what time? 7:19. There's still plenty of time to truth wave. Wow. Oh, I can't even believe that I've been live for almost 2.5 hours. That seems crazy to me because we barely did readings today. Let's see. We barely did readings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only did 6 readings today. So this was last time, right? Last time we had, right here. And then this time we had less. That reminds me, Angela May. Where's Angela May at? She didn't come in today. That's very weird. But I think a lot of those people, they swipe in. You know, they're swiping and they swipe into the stream. Whereas when you go live in this way, there is no swiping. It was just me. I go for it. I'm a gypsy. I mean, you could go and check it out. Nothing wrong with that. But not if you're the kind of person that gets your hopes up. I think planetariums are cool. The time did fly by. We did a deck. We went through the deck, Tarot De Luz, and then we did, that's why, because we did the unboxing first. We did the unboxing and then we did live readings. I'm using a new deck right now. It's supposed to be a love deck, Modern Love Tarot. And it's really cool. Like, the artwork is very contemporary. And it's cool. This deck is out of print right now. I kind of like the art. I don't have a lot of decks that are contemporary like this. Look at that Seven of Swords. Like her sneaking out the window, look, with her purse and her shoes after a late night out. I love that. This is hilarious. That's the Two of Pentacles with the pink hair. So the art is pretty cool. And I like it because this is a pretty diverse deck. There's a lot of different ethnicities, body styles, abilities. I love all the colors. That's a cool Ace of Swords. Look at the Four of Swords. I mean, I'll take that any day. Yeah, this is really fun. Look, Ankita got the Temperance card. This is the Temperance card. So you don't see an angel, but look at what's taped on the fridge behind them. See, so they found ways to incorporate some of the symbols. This cracks me up. The Five of Wands. Both of them are arguing over the best way to get the luggage into the car. Who hasn't had that happen before? There's the Queen of Cups. This one is really pretty. I like that one. The Seven of Wands. Usually you're defending yourself by yourself, but it's nice to have a friend here. I kind of like that. Somebody just got the Chariot in reverse. Here's the Chariot card. I like that even the little puppy has some help. Oh, this card is so awesome. I got this card the other day. Look how pretty, the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, this came out for Karen, I think, but it was reversed. Was it Karen? Somebody got this reversed. Nine of Pentacles. Look at Nine of Wands. When you're just trying to have a moment and the kids are arguing and fighting in the background. This one is called Modern Love. It's supposed to be a love deck, but I find that it works perfectly fine for regular readings. Ten of Cups. I always wanted to see cherry blossoms too. Look at the High Priestess. So we even have some crone energy in here. It takes the camera a minute to focus. That's pretty cool. And the Seven of Pentacles. Who's ever been in that situation? Huh, not talking to you anymore. Oh, the Tower. The Tower came out a little while ago. Look at that. And he doesn't even care. He's not even looking. He's like, to heck with looking back. I'm looking forward. These are fun. Oh, this is such a great Ace of Wands. Look at that with all the ribbons. That one is pretty. There's the 9. Ooh, here's the Lover's card. That's pretty cool too. $5.50. Yikes. 3 of Wands. I like this on the bicycle. The Knight of Pentacles. Somebody got this earlier, the 6 of Cups. Look how pretty that is. There is the Knight of Swords. Ooh, I love the Hermit. And I don't know if you noticed, those are hot air balloons in the sky. That one is cool. Get the King of Cups. The Fisherman. There's a thunderstorm. Oh, snap. Look. 3 of Swords. I wanted to become Rastafarian after the Bob Marley and the Wailers concert. Oh, I know. Like, the kids and I went to Jamaica and we had that same experience. It was awesome. Ooh, look at the Devil. Sass. You see that? The Death card. This is not my favorite Death card. It's okay. I feel like they could have done better. Oh, it rains here all the darn time. And actually the wind outside is picking up. So maybe there's a storm coming here too. Yeah, there's a lot of wind outside. I love this Hierophant. See that? Egyptian vibes. And the Knight of Wands. I like this one. I think he's a little bit of a woodworker, maybe the King of Pentacles. This is awesome, the 8 of Wands. And Justice. Seven of Cups. They were dressed in black, red, and white clothes. Who was? Tell me who. Get the 6. That's a cool one. This is awesome for the King of Wands. Look at that hair. Oh my, I get this card all the time, the Queen. That's an awesome Queen of Wands. Three of Cups. The 5 of Cups is sad because she's crying on the coffin. I love this one, the Star. This one's a cool one. And the 6. Oh, the Rastas at the Bob Marley concert. That's cool. The Ace. Oh, I love this Emperor. Talk about black, white, and red. See, Mary? That's for you. There's the Emperor. Ooh, I got this card yesterday. That's the moving truck. A chat full of music lovers. Nothing wrong with that. Look at the Fool card. This one is really cool. page. I love this. This reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever seen her on Instagram, the Korean grandma that all she does, like she takes all these reels and she's like in the bathtub and doing all her beauty skincare tips, and every 30 seconds she's cracking up about something. That's what this reminds me of. She is so adorable. Ooh, 10 of Swords with the divorce certificate. Four of Pentacles. REO, like REO Speedwagon. Empress. I like this page, Page of Swords. Something about that face is so adorable. Oh, here's another. Oh my God, all the pages were together. What the heck? All the pages were together. Look. I have like the Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles, and then Page of, what is this? Page of Wands. All the pages were together. We got to separate them because that is not cool. We cannot have all the pages together. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. And there is the Ace. This is interesting. Four of Cups. This gives like New Year's Eve vibes. Krishnas, Hari Krishnas. I can't spell it. Is Mr. Bits here? If he is, I haven't seen him. So my bad if he is. I know Richard was here. The Magician. Look at the Hangman. That's cool. Cool interpretation. The Wheel. Two of Cups. I love this. The Queen of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Oh, I feel like this guy is so cheesy. Three of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. And the Strength card, I think, is pretty fantastic. The whole herd. She is supported by the entire prairie. Pride Rock. Oh, this is a good Sun card. I don't think I tripped for any concerts, although I did used to trip a lot. But for concerts back then, you could smoke pot at concerts. There were too many doing it to arrest. I never fell down at a concert, but I did fall down at a movie theater. It was quite embarrassing. I tripped right down the stairs. Pink Floyd is one I really wish I had not missed. It's just mind-boggling to me that you got to go to an Elvis concert. Eight of Swords. King of Swords. This is an interesting card. Judgment. Because this card feels like you're in the, you're in the coffin in the ground, right? and at the cemetery, and the angel has shown up and she's giving you her hand and she's going to pull you out of there. 2 of Wands. I don't know how I feel about those two weird, things over here. Like, what is that about? This is so messed up. The 5 of Pentacles, and it's the bride from the outside. The 5 of Swords. I feel like these cards are relatable, right? The couple arguing and the kids crying. I like this for the 4 of Wands. And here's the last one, 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, though, like, I don't get this card. 8 of Pentacles. I gotta look that one up. 8 of Pentacles. Because why is there a couple here embracing and there's drinks? It's like they were celebrating or having a moment. Is it a couple? What is it? Or is it a father and son? 8 of Pentacles is the card of like, usually 8 of Pentacles is apprenticeship. See, in here it says practice, attention to detail, and mastery. So this is called Modern Love Tarot. This is by Ethony. And so it says, practice makes progress in different areas of life. You can be learning a new way of communicating with your partner or be attending a couples course for the betterment of your relationship. Small steps that improve your life and your relationships are always worth taking. Following through with what you have started to learn, it will serve you for many years to come. Okay, so that's difficult because when you think about the 8 of Pentacles, you think about like apprenticeship, you think about a practice or learning a trade that has been passed down from generation to generation, something that is difficult to learn and to master. So what they're trying to say is that's what a relationship is. You can't just find yourself in a relationship and be like, okay, I'm done, I'm here now. Like, it's a constant, like, it's a job, and every day you have to show up, and every day you have to try to be better than you were the day before. So I get what they're saying, but it's very hard to get that from this card. I think from this image, it would have been good if they showed them at like couples therapy, or I don't know, like on a, I don't know. I get what they're saying, but it's hard. It's hard to get that from looking at that card. Yeah. I mean, overall, it's a great little deck. It's not terrible. But, all decks have images that, some like really hit home, really resonate, and then others are like, hard to top Elvis. Hope you're getting a big YouTube. I think I get a penny every time you see a commercial. So if you saw 6 commercials, I'm getting 6 cents. Yay! Don't let them rip you off. Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you, Debs. Charlie Daniels band was excellent too. Oh, I feel like I know that name. I have not had any ads. Oh, Do you pay for a subscription? Sometimes I think about it, but then I think I got it today. It was like $15 or $16 a month if you want to do no ads. And I feel like that's a lot every month. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. I dated one of Charlie Daniels' bodyguards for a few months. Ooh. His name was Tiny. That's hilarious. Molly Hatchet. I do not pay for a subscription. Too expensive. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm like, no, that's okay. I'll just watch the ads. I'll just watch the ads. I was recently going through trying to like find ways to minimize costs. And like that was one of the first things. Okay, how many subscriptions do we have? Are we paying for no ads? I like get rid of all that. We're watching ads. And you know, the truth is that we have a lot of subscription services that we hardly ever even use. So I don't see ads when people are live. Oh, well, that's interesting. I have seen ads on certain channels, not all, on certain channels. But I also heard that like if you super chat, then they give those people less ads than other people. But again, I don't know how true any of that is. I don't get like there's some people that have ads on, but then like I don't get ads. But if I switch out of the live to look at something and then come back into the live, then it gives me an ad at the beginning again. That I've seen. Maybe that could be it. That could be it. All right, friends. Well, we read for everybody. I showed you all my decks. I think we're good for today. It's card night. So we'll be back for Truth Wave a little later. Couple hours actually. 7:45, 8:45, 9:40. Yep. So we'll be back in a couple hours for Truth Wave, and that should be a lot of fun. So I guess I will see most of you over there. Awesome. All right, friends. Well, thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you next time. Bye.